because I have been dealing with Macedonian-related issues for over 30 years in my career, starting with the Age of Empires expansion, the rise of Rome. So let me tell you a little story. I gotta watch my time though. But the Macedonians were introduced to Age of Empires in Rise of Rome as a new civilization that were going to be something that you could play. So what happens? The game came out on day one, and who do you think banned the game on day one? Greece. Exactly. Not a shock. And so then I had to engage in a 4-month conversation with the Foreign Ministry of Greece about this issue, where they kept saying, well, they said, well, they need to be Greeks. Like, well, we can't do that. We already have Greeks. The Greeks were already introduced in the original Age of Empires. We're introducing the Macedonians, which are a separate civilization.
Thank you.
They're like, well, no, they're not. They said, call them Hellenes. Well, I'm like, Hellenes is a synonym for Greek, because that doesn't make any sense, because now we're going to have 2 Greek armies, which makes no sense in the game. They said, well, just fix it and take them out. Too late, we can't do that. And so then every single time I had email exchange or a phone exchange with them, I would drop a little historical fact. You know, like, well, did you know, though, that, you know, whatever, Philip of Macedon, and I talk about Alexander and the actual Macedonian Empire, blah, 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 you know, and I would just leave it there at the doorstep of them, so for them to consider. So I went back and forth with them for 4 months, and somewhere in my archives, I still have the original email, when finally, after there was like a month-long silence from them, they sent me an email back and they said, we have concluded that the only proper name for this group are the Macedonians. I'm like, yes, I win. So that's why the Macedonians appeared in Rise of Rome, and eventually it was released in Greece. So I've been dealing with these issues all the time in my career, the correct flag to use. Of course, because I deal with map issues, we're constantly dealing with map issues as well. I know it's been resolved with a little bit of controversy, but we don't need to talk about that right now.